Beniico told me that we were married as one soul, and that she said that your scientists know this as quantum entanglement. She spoke that it's a few decades ahead of you, and in time you will know this. Your physicists will understand this concept. Some have said that in that instance, quantum entanglement would suggest, according to the research, because of its unpredictability, information cannot be sent reliably using quantum entanglement. When one particle is spinning one direction, the other is spinning in the other direction. When it is observed by the observer, automatically changes the direction of the spin of this particle, affects the other particle. Through quantum research, they found that Einstein was wrong, that in fact the spin of the particles is not due to some predefined information programmed into particles before they came into existence, thus ruling that out. And what that means is that there is some connection that is moving, as some would say, faster than light between the two particles. When one is looked at, it affects the other. When this one is looked at, it affects the other. And these particles can affect each other in this way over many millions of light years. And still, within an instant, they can be affected by the other. Quantum entanglement in Beniico and my souls, as we are connected in one soul, is the same thing. Now, according to physicists, they said that we can't, because of the unpredictability of quantum entanglement, of the uncertainty principle, information cannot be sent or received through quantum entanglement. Well, that would be true for the observers who observe the particle at this end or try to send information from the particle at this end. But that's the observer who changes the nature of the experiment when they observe the particles. Now imagine being those two particles, myself and Beniico. In that respect, I am that other particle and she is this particle. Now we are one. We are connected in one, but existing in two different places and other parts of reality. In that respect, whatever I'm doing and thinking, and whatever she's doing and thinking, is already affecting each other. Information between the two particles, it can be agreed, can be experienced and felt. However, that cannot be verified through anyone observing either of the two particles in quantum mechanics. Quantum physicists cannot look at either of these particles and know, because of the uncertainty principle, which particle is receiving and sending the information, and at what point will this information come out at the other end. But they know they're connected through what's called spooky action at a distance. They can't explain how they are connected in quantum entanglement in physics, but they know that they are. In that respect, the observers would agree that of the uncertainty principle, it cannot be verified exactly in what way the information or how it's being transmitted, or when the particle spins will go in either opposite direction to one another. Because it can't be verified in physics, and they've said this many times, they said they cannot send information using quantum entanglement. And because they said that of the uncertainty principle, we then have to conclude at this point, physicists and scientists have just said the following. They've just admitted that science does not have the means today with its technology as of yet to quantifiably verify aspects of reality of two connected particles separated over great distances through the spooky action at a distance in quantum mechanics. And for that reason, They've just admitted the existence of the connected particles through physics and mathematics. They know the connection is there. They cannot confirm nor deny by any means through the uncertainty principle what information is being sent and when it will be sent. For that reason, science is both admitting that such connections can exist. However, that in no way denies the fact. Science has also just equally admitted that both particles are going to be sharing intricately specific information with each other. That unless these particles could speak out loud and say, this is what's happening and this is what's happening, there's no way to know what the information is between the two of them, but they know that they are connected. Yeah, now imagine these two particles could talk. The physicists could only but have to take the word of each particle when it says, that's what the other one's thinking and this is what the other one's doing. There would be no way for physicists and science and with the technology today to quantifiably verify the information between the two because of the uncertainty principle. Therefore, physics has therefore proven the existence of the quantum entanglement. And when I have said that she said to me many years ago, we have fused in one soul in a marriage of souls and become one. And this marriage, she said, could only be done with one other partner. And it cannot be undone. It is not something that can be broken, snapped, or dismembered. That cannot be done because that would be, again, with the uncertainty principle. There is no such technology in the universe that could come along and break apart something that is the same thing as the other. They cannot remove something that exists. Cannot divide a singular particle from itself, even if it is existing in two different places, in two different bodies. Therefore, it is observably happening. And it is just like psychics who sit here and say, I got this message and this is what I got, but they can't download their brain and quantifiably show you what we're talking about. It's not a case of insanity or weirdness or anything like that. It is a case of something that science has said exists, and if someone comes along claiming that's what they're having and what their existence is, and they're sharing an existence with another being, cannot be denied either. Can also be verified that when I go to talk, and so often the case, and I've done this on Facebook and many times in the past, given predictions I said Beniico gave me, or channelings I said that she gave me, and it came up accurate every single time. That's because she's seeing something from another dimensional existence and looking down at our reality, and I'm connected to that person in that reality. I'm gaining insight and information of essentially my other self, this little female version, alien hybrid girl, into our reality. It is not, I wouldn't call it a psychic power. That's a very layman's terms in that sense. There's no psychic power here at all. It's just that from the observable universe that she's sitting in, from my observable universe, the points of references and views are different from a higher dimension looking into a lower dimension. In that respect, science therefore verifies, physics is therefore verifying the claim that I've made of the marriage of the two souls that we have, and also at the same time admitting no such technology exists to be able to prove or deny such claims. It's rather interesting. There it is. Well, information cannot be sent between, some outside source cannot sit here and push an information through me and receive information from her unless I talk about it. It cannot be done at this point. No more than physicists can send and receive information through quantum entanglement. No outside external force or person, entity, or any mind control drugs or any psychic attack, whatever you want to call it, can have any influence on the connection I have with Beniico. Neither through psychological means, electrical, or by any other. something to think about tonight. So thanks for watching. I'm J.P. Moss.